Thanks for coming in. Can you guys let us know a little bit about your story?
Sure, we'd love to. I'm Steve. This is my wife, Lynn. I bought this franchise in 2004. We had moved to a very rural area in Southwest Virginia. About 6 months after I moved there, I got laid off from my company job I was working. Looked at a lot of options, and we decided to go with this franchise because I had already bought a house and moved to a rural area. It was too take to leave. So we had to build, or at the time I was working by myself, and I had to build a business from scratch in a very rural area. And it took a lot of effort, and I was really outside of my comfort zone. And I found out that if I just followed the NPI thing and called Omaha all the time, that Kim would tell me what to do, or Randy or Roland. All the people in Omaha were just super easy to talk to.
So they had a marketing plan that you followed. Tell me a little bit about that. What kind of things?
Well, they had a marketing plan. I don't know that I followed it. Yes, they actually had all the marketing materials available, so that when I got back from training, I had boxes of stuff to actually work with. So I had brochures. It made me look good, made an impression on the realtors that I was talking to. The points that needed to be made were already there. I didn't have to try to figure out how to do that with no experience on how to do that. It was a huge advantage to be able to go out, introduce myself to people as a business with something that looked like I was a business, not something I pulled together off of the internet on some template. I mean, it was just way above what any of my competitors were showing, and it got me in a lot of doors early in the process.
Okay, Lynn, can you tell us a little bit about how you jumped in on the business?
Well, when he first started, I helped do books a little bit as I held a position in the corporate world. And then 2009, there was a change in my employment, and I'd been trying to come out. As a matter of fact, I took a 2-week vacation from my job and came out for training. Not that I was going to necessarily be a home inspector, but I have this thing where I need to know what I'm talking about. And it's very important to me because it gives credibility to me, it gives credibility to Steve. And so I learned a lot. I had come out to conferences before, and the staff here was just way above anything I could imagine. When they took the time, never met me before, and I walked in a room, I was running late, and they were like, "You must be Lynn." And just the effort they put into knowing who I was, never met me, it showed they cared about us, not the royalty check. Not that they don't care, they got to stay in business, but that wasn't the primary thing. And helping make us successful was the biggest deal. So when I took the leap, after a lot of encouragement that, oh, you will see the company will do better. We've grown every year since I joined. And he was growing every year a little bit, but we've brought in income he didn't ever think possible. You know, our growth. Keep in mind,
we did this since 2009, when everybody was supposed to be going the other direction. We've had a record year, an increase in our revenue each year since then, by having somebody that can always answer the phone, do the marketing, do the things that the marketing plan says you ought to be doing. It's just really worked out really well for us. The realtors would just as soon talk to her as they would me. They know it's a seamless transition. It's just worked really well for us. This year is our best year ever. The numbers are just a lot more than I ever thought I would do. We've almost doubled our revenue just in hiring Lynn working with me and managing the business while I'm doing the inspections.
Fabulous. And what's the best part of not working for a corporation, since you've been there, and just working by yourselves? Tell us a little bit about the benefits of that.
Well,
I hadn't laid her off. Yeah. There's been no layoffs in our company since we started. How's that?
That's fabulous.
I like my boss better.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for telling us your story.